Hey everyone, it's telling me I'm out of space for a recording, so we may not be able to post this later, which is fine. I don't care if I can't post it. Uh, so we're not going to be here real long, I don't think, today. I think the reason for that is I know LV's got a live stream later. They're going to be playing for games to. So, hello Dan, I'm in it. Tim, how y'all doing? Uh, it's saying for some reason I'm out of storage space. I don't know what they're talking about because I don't store much on this computer, so I'm not sure. Uh, but we'll find out. There's maybe it's all the other things I posted through my phones. But hey, Mike, welcome, welcome. Like I said, I don't plan on being on real long tonight. I know LV's got a live stream starting, I believe 8:30. She's doing a live stream for Bruce Davis. They're having a games. So we can go longer than that, but I just said I'm not planning on it because I don't know how many people is going to be here. Uh, but yeah, so we're just going. Hey Jerry, how's it going, sir? Uh, I'm behind on some of my watching videos. I believe you can hear me. If you can't, let me know. Well, you usually let me know. But if anyone wants to come up, come on up. But uh, getting close to done with these. I decided I'm going to try to quit drinking soda. Uh, I'm going to go to tea, water, and coffee, see if that helps. And it'll cut down on the money I'm spending. Uh, all right, Tim. I'll get my hat. Hang on a minute. All right, is that better, everybody? Now that I got my hat. And so we'll just see how everything goes. I'm not worried about the caffeine, Mike. They say drinking soda, even if it's supposed to be sugar free, does more harm than tea or coffee. Like I said, it's not the caffeine I worry about. Uh, I'm just trying to see if I can cut back on something that maybe help me out in other ways. Like I said, I need to lose weight. I've lost a lot, but I need to lose a lot more. Uh, if you watch my videos where I talk about my weight, at one time I weighed over 375 pounds. I'm down to under 300 for the first time in well over 20 years, almost 25 years, if you want to know the truth. Uh, so I'm just trying to think of other ways that maybe I can cut back on some stuff and maybe I can lose some weight. I can't guarantee I'll get it done, but we'll give it a try because I am addicted to soda. And so we're going to try to get off the soda. And now I'll probably try to drink more water. I only drink a couple cups of coffee a day, Mike. On my days off, I drink very little coffee. I don't drink a lot of tea, but I'll probably start. Yeah, it's always unsweetened tea. I haven't used sugar in my tea in over 30 years. I haven't used sugar in my coffee in over 50 years, or about 50 years. And Yeah, so I've been pretty much sugar free of most of my drinks for a very long time, but they say that even though if you drink sugar free soda, it's still not good for you. So I'm just going by that, what they say. I can't tell you how true it is. I just know that's what they claim, that it's not good for you, even if it is sugar free. How true and it is. I got to turn this down. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find healthier ways to rehydrate and hydrate and all that good happy stuff. And so that's where we're at right now. And well, that's good, Mike. I started drinking coffee. Well, uh, the first time I had any coffee, it wasn't really coffee, it was milk with a little bit of coffee in it. Uh, I was probably around 4 or 5 years old. My mom and dad were both coffee drinkers. Hey, LV, 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 LV. And now, LV, don't forget to drop your link. I know you got a live stream later today, so I want to make sure people know and about it. And if they want, they can go there. I'm not planning on doing one real long. I know you're planning on starting yours around 8:30. I thought. If I'm wrong, correct me. Yeah, Jerry. Like I said, well, uh, I started drinking actual coffee with just a little bit of cream and sugar. Probably more cream and sugar than most people, but when I was around 15, I one summer I worked a 16-hour day followed by a 12-hour day. It was just for the weekend. Actually, the 12-hour day was a 20-hour day, but I was working one job with 16 hours one day and 12 hours the next day. Then I went and did something else and ended up working almost 20 hours that whole day when you count it all together. And so I was drinking coffee to stay awake and get some things done. And I didn't drink a whole lot of coffee, but I drank some coffee then, and then I drank some coffee later on. I really didn't become a big coffee drinker until after I went in the Navy and got out of boot camp. I started drinking a lot more coffee then. Like I said, I used cream and sugar, and I was somewhere between 19 and 21. I want to say around 20. Uh, that's about the age actually, around 20. Yes, I used to smoke, Mike. I smoked a pack a day of cigarettes for over 27 years, and I won't say how young I was when I started, and like I said, when I got to a pack a day, I was about 18. But I've quit smoking 24 years ago. Well, over 24 and a half years now, so I've not quit as long as I smoked, but we're getting there. And so we're trying to, like I said, slowly but surely, trying to get things straightened up. And so, like I said, I've been off the cigarettes now since March of 1999. That's when I quit smoking, my last cigarette. And I my official quit date was March 3rd, which coincidentally, it was actually a coincidence because I tried to quit on the 1st and didn't make it of March. But March 3rd, I quit smoking. And March 3rd of 1972 is the same day I went in the Navy. Now, March 3rd, 1972 was a Friday. I want to say March 3rd of 99. I'm guessing, but it might have been on Wednesday. I remember the day, but not the day of the week. The day of the month, the day of the year, I remember that. And so, like I said, September 3rd was 24 and a half years. And so, yeah, it's been a long time. That's the same year I went to China for vacation. I went in August, so I quit smoking before I went to China. Uh, I'll tell you the truth, it was a very tough year because I dreamt about cigarettes for almost a year. Hey, Lorraine, how you doing? John S. Vlog, how you doing, sir? But like I said, we're just trying. Oh, well, let me do something here for you, John. You look cold. And so, we just did some minor things, and but like I said, I smoked a pack a day for over 27 years. I've been off the cigarettes now for over 24. Uh, I couldn't tell you how many years. I mean, the days I started smoking and on the day I quit. Uh, I started smoking. I was very young, but I didn't start smoking on a regular basis. I was still very young when I started smoking on a regular basis. I was probably about 12, maybe 13. But at that time, it was just like a couple cigarettes a day, not even a pack a week. And I hit a pack a week. Hello, yeah, how you doing? I hit a pack a week when I was about 18, maybe 17. I'd go with 18. And like I said, for a pack a day, I smoked a pack a day for about 27 years. Now, there was times in there that I was up to 2 packs a day. And there was times where I was under a pack, but not for very long. Uh, yeah, Marlboro Reds. I also smoked the lights. I also smoked the Winstons. I wasn't as much of a fan of Winstons. Camel filters. Uh, those are the ones I smoked the most. Camel filters, Camel filter lights, Marlboro, the Reds and the lights. But I did smoke other brands off and on. I was never a big fan of menthol, although I did try them some. And so, like I said, it was something I did. Hey, Ed, I never hated smoking. Even when I quit, I didn't hate smoking. I just thought it would be a good thing for my health. Uh, and so, I had a friend whose dad had a spot of cancer on his lungs. They removed that. I had an uncle who smoked 2 packs a day for I don't know how many years. I had an uncle who smoked cigars. He died of a heart trouble. That was my dad's side. The uncle that was 2 packs a day was my mom's side, but he wasn't blood relative. His wife was my aunt, my mom's sister. But still, I just cigarettes were getting expensive. It was a bad habit. A lot of people I knew in my family, the only ones that really smoked was my younger, and I'm talking about my immediate family, my younger brother and myself. My younger brother never did quit smoking. Like I said, he died at 56. Uh, my older brother, he was like you, Ed. He tried it when he was young and hated it, and that was it. He never smoked. My older brother also didn't like alcohol. He didn't drink. And my younger brother and I, we both drank. We both smoked. Uh, I still drink, but I haven't had a drink in probably 4 years. I just don't like to drink by myself. I do not drink and drive, and there's no bars I can walk to. Everybody I know that lives around where I'm at, all my friends, none of them drink. So there's no reason to. It's nothing against drinking. It's just there's no reason for it, and so I don't. And yeah, a lot of doctors used to smoke for many years. They smoked. Yeah, Mike, that's a shame. Sorry to hear about your cousin passing away from kidney failure. Uh, praying for your family. Because, like I said, it's tough. Like I said, my older brother, he died about, trying to think here. Uh, he was, I want to say 37, if I remember right. He died of cancer, didn't smoke, but it wasn't related to smoking. It was I don't know what they call it now, but they used to call it a germ cancer. They may still call it that because they think a germ causes it. Uh, Not contagious, but it's highly curable, but usually deadly because it's one of the few cancer causes no pain. When they found out, they said that he had 6 months to live. They would have been closer if they said 6 days. He lived less than 2 weeks after we found out he had cancer. Like I said, he was 37. So cancer does run. There is cancer in my family, but not from smoking. Uh, now, My younger brother was skin cancer as well. My dad had skin cancer, and I have spots that are precancerous. So I decided it would be best to quit smoking. And matter of fact, I quit smoking before my younger brother even died. But I decided to give that up and try to improve my health. And I'm going to be honest, I started eating more too. But I was already over 300. But I got up to like I said, I got up to 375 pounds. And if you see my video where I weighed myself the last time, I was down to 293. First time in well over 20 years. Well over 20 years since I've been under 300 pounds. Probably close to 25 years since I've been under 300 pounds. When I went to China in '99, I was under 300 pounds. I was even lighter than what I am right now. So you're looking at 24 years. So it's been a while. I got up, then went down, and I stayed at 320 to 340 pounds for a long time. Yeah, they got treatments. They offered my younger brother a experimental treatment. They found out he had cancer, and they asked him. He asked him how much longer he would live. They said they didn't know, and so he thought about it and said, "No, thank you." He said, you don't even know what will it help me." I mean, they couldn't tell him it was going to make his life better or anything. We don't know. And he just said, "No, I'm not willing to deal with that." It's just like my uncle who died of a heart trouble, but he smoked cigars all the time and he liked to have a shot of whiskey once in a while. When they told him that if he quit smoking, he would probably live a few more months, and he asked how long, they said 6. He says, "No, thank you. I'll keep smoking because I'd be miserable for those 6 months." And I'm going to guarantee you he would have been. I know when I quit smoking, I drank about cigarettes every night for about a year. And so it is a tough thing to quit. Hello, Manolo and Emmeline. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. I don't know how long we're going to go. I know LV has a live stream later doing something for Bruce Davis. And so I want her to later on make sure she puts up her channel information so people can go there. And oh, by the way, Emily and Madeline, if you have a channel on my YouTube station here, all you got to do is type in LLL. Nothing else, just type in 3 L's, whether it's small or capital, doesn't matter, and my Nightbot will drop a link to your channel. Well, thank you, Emily. Like I said, go ahead and type in LLL. And hello, Bruce. And there you go. That's a good job, John. And like I said, you type in the 3 L's and my Nightbot will drop your channel link. So anybody that's in here wants to drop your channel link, that's all you got to do. 3 L's, small or capital, doesn't matter. And we'll be glad to help you out. And all of you go ahead and there you go, Emily. And well, hopefully we can get you up there even farther. I happen to be a very small vlogger. And so we'll see what's going on. And now Bruce and I are close, I think close to the same number. If I remember right. Yeah, we're close. And so hopefully everybody, I don't say connect to each other. Connect to those that you have something of interest in. Because if you're not interested in what they're putting out, you're not going to be a very good subscriber. It's just that simple, in my opinion. I know if I subscribe to somebody that I have no interest in what they're doing, I'm not a good subscriber. I I really need to. I got some channels that hadn't posted for a while and finally posted. I need to go check them out because I am interested in them. They just don't do it very often. Uh, Jerry posts a lot, so it's hard to keep up with Jerry, but I try. I like Jerry. I've known Jerry before I ever started vlogging. Jerry was vlogging. I've been following Jerry for a long time. I'm going to tell you the truth, Jerry. I can survive on $1,500 a month. Uh, I can survive on less than that. As far as my monthly, now what I consider a budget and what somebody else considers a budget could be different. But when I say my budget could be less than $1,500 a month, I'm talking about what I actually spend each month, not what I save. Okay, so I can survive on less than $1,500 a month. I think fairly easy. Depending on where you live, actually. Well, let's don't say fairly easy. It depends on where you live. I would want the air conditioned, but wouldn't want it on 24/7 because I don't know how much I would be in the house when I'm off. When I'm there, uh, and it also going to depend on where you live because how much is electricity. Because if the electricity is really high, then you can't afford to run the air conditioning too much. Um, well, Jerry lives in Texas there, Ed. He's going to be used to the heat. Now, let me tell you that right now. That man lived down there by the close to the southern border. It gets very hot. It can get very humid down there. Now, it's great in wintertime, from what I understand. My parents used to go down in that area during the winter until my father passed away. They would go down to Brownsville and Mission area, which Jerry knows where those places are at. And they would go down there for the winter. They were the Midwest snowbirds. A lot of people from the Midwest would go to Texas, southern Texas, and spend the winter down there. And that's what my parents did. And now I'm going to tell you, Ed, uh, as dry, if everything I hear is, if it's actually dry heat, yeah, I can survive that 115. Now, I'm not going to say I'd be comfortable. Okay. I'm not claiming that. But yeah, I could survive. It'd be a little tougher now. But when I first moved out here from the Midwest, it wouldn't have been as tough. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not saying it would have been easy because 115, even dry, is going to be awful damn hot. But yeah. So yeah, I could do it, but it would be very tough. But yeah, and eventually you acclimate. If you're willing to stick it out, you can acclimate to the heat, the humidity. Just like I hate the cold, but I can take it. I don't like it, but I can take it because I grew up with the cold. I mean, I'm from the Midwest. We get cold, we get snow during the summer. We get hot, we get humid. Uh, Now, like I said, for us, 90s, you don't get in the hundreds too often, but you do get in the 90s a lot. Yeah, I know that, and like I said, when you get that hot, the thing is, and we, before I moved out here, about 30 years ago, we had a summer where it did not get below 90, and I'm talking about the cold didn't get below, the low didn't get below 90. The highs were in the hundreds. With the temperature was over 112 most days, and they had so many people dying in Chicago that they put the bodies in refrigerated trucks because the autopsy couldn't keep up with it. I can't remember what year this was. Like I said, it was back in the 90s. And anyway, they I don't know how many people died, but they just a lot of older people died, and they were dying because they couldn't afford air conditioning, and they were too afraid to open up their windows because they lived in the rough part of town. and with that heat, it just killed them. And I always thought that was kind of silly because these people, with what they were paying to live in Chicago, now I know a lot of people can't see themselves moving, but what they paid for rent in Chicago, they could have moved outside of Chicago somewhere, got a nice apartment, nice home if they owned a home, they could have sold it in Chicago, and been able to afford air conditioning. But they would not move. That was their neighborhood. They were raised there, and they were never leaving. And there's a lot of people like that. And I couldn't be that way. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, if I had to move to be comfortable from an area I lived, well, I lived up around Rochester for 25 years. I lived in my last apartment up there for 15. The longest I ever lived anywhere my entire life was that 15 years in that one apartment. And it was time to move. It was like, all right, the job that I had is gone. And I needed to go somewhere to do something. Hey, Retro, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And so I moved down here. It was the same thing when I moved out to Rochester area. I was living in my hometown and some things happened. It was like, I need to change. So I got a chance to move out. I moved out. So I am that way, but I know people that aren't. My younger brother, I don't think would have ever moved out away from our hometown. Now, he did drive trucks cross country, but that's not moving. That's just working. I don't think he'd have ever moved. I just don't know. And a couple of my sisters, I don't think would ever move. Now, my oldest sister's out here in New York, but my other sisters have never lived anywhere but either. Well, we lived in Casey, Illinois as kids for 2 years. That's only 40 miles from Terre Haute, and that's the only places they live, Casey or Terre Haute, and they've never gone anywhere else.
Hey, Larry.
So how you doing?
Having a rough day, but I'll live.
All right, Mike. Take care. Now remember, LV's is having a live stream later. I hope she does enter her connection to her channel.
Yeah, I'm having a rough day, but I'll live.
Well, sorry to hear that you're having a rough day.
Okay, tell you about it. It's been kind of a hectic day, really.
Well, go ahead.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happened first in the order. First, I had a friend of mine on YouTube. I won't say his name or his business, but he was kind of sad today, and he was saying some stuff in the chat. I won't say who it was or what he said. And I'm an empath, so I typically, it rubs off on me, so I kind of had a bad day because of that. Then I went outside, all the kids were mad at each other and all that stuff, neighborhood kids. Now, on top of that, I kind of felt better after I cheered myself up, and I was going to live stream some games, 3 of which that were part of one franchise.
Yeah.
And it turns out they weren't compatible, but I spent $9 on them. So that's kind of been the what do you call it? What's the word? The summary of my day. So. And the thing is, I shouldn't be upset because tomorrow starts Retroween. But in a sense, it's been a rough day. It's just been one of those days,
Yeah. Days like that happen, though.
Oh, I know. I should expect them, even though I don't normally get them, It's a common thing, So how you doing, Larry?
Oh, not too bad. It's just a nice, quiet Saturday. I got one more of these, and then I'm going to try to quit.
What is it?
Coke Zero. I'm going to try to quit drinking sodas.
I'm drinking Boston tea in a glass of milk out of my new milk glass.
Yeah.
Remember those Remember?
Camp Snoopy.
I'm not just saying something. You saw my Who Framed Roger Rabbit thing. Right before I left my grandma's house, I got another McDonald's glass. This is actually a McDonald's glass if you look right here.
Yeah.
This is another McDonald's glass. I found this one for free, so.
Well, I used to have a couple glasses from
Mm.
Star Trek, the new series where Jim Kirk
Yeah.
was in
You
Starfleet Academy, going through that, the new one there, and you had a couple of characters. I had a couple of those. They had them from, I want to say it was Burger King, had actual glasses,
Mm.
and I had them, and I left them in the box, did not open them, and then I had a girlfriend moved in with me. She opened the boxes, got them.
That is. Excuse
And
my
they ended up getting broke. They weren't the best glasses, but I mean, they had to.
I'm not gonna be mad with this, but I'm gonna laugh about it and say, excuse my friends, but don't you just freaking hate that? Oh yeah, I gotta love it when people get curiosity and just get into your stuff.
Well, some people don't see why you should save. I used to have.
Exactly.
I used to have. There was a cups that. Trying to remember who had the cups, and it was from a series. I had them all, and then I
Tim,
got here, and they all got.
Larry, Tim's laying us down. He'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, Jim.
All right, go ahead, Larry. Sorry,
But,
just want to let you know.
But yeah, it just things are going slow, and this is, like I said, this is my Sunday. All right, I go back to work tomorrow. I got to remember to turn on my alarm so I'll get up tomorrow.
Let's say, wait, this is your Sunday?
Yeah, I work Sunday through Thursday. I have Fridays and Saturdays off.
So this is, you mean
This is my work week Sunday. Not this is actually Saturday, but
I know. I had to put two and two together for a moment there. I'm like, wait, he's not in the Philippines, is he?
No. It's just like I said. I'm going by my work week. This is my second day off.
I'll tell you what, my friend, you just made my night by making me laugh. Jeez.
But so, and today you talk about not being a good day. Today wasn't a good day for me.
What happened?
Well, I had a hard time sleeping. I ended up having to get up and throw up a few times.
Oh, what happened? Did the doctor?
See
a doctor or anything?
I just think something wasn't sitting right on the stomach, and after I threw up, I brushed my teeth and stuff, went back to bed, actually got some sleep, and got up later. I felt better, and so
nice.
But like I said, the day started off like, man, I couldn't. I mean, I was in bed for hours before I, getting up and down and.
To be fair and honest, I've been having a rough couple days. Actually, I don't even know why. It's just been a rough couple days. Well, it's been off and on rough time, but like still rough couple days. The first day, I don't even remember why it was a rough day. Then the second day, I had gotten ticked off about something, and then today I already told you so. And I think it's because of my sleep pattern. I've been working a lot because I work on YouTube late Wednesday through Saturday mostly.
Yeah.
But the problem now is it's going to be even later more often because of Retroween. So that means late night streams because of Halloween Retroween bits. So.
Oh yeah. Well, Halloween this year I'll be working.
Oh, you poor guy.
I had it off last year. Well, I was working day shift last year, so I was off in the evening every day, so it didn't matter if I worked or not. But now I'm working 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
So, hey, Jamie, how you doing, sir? Now, Jamie, are you still in the Philippines, or are you back home now? Last time I heard you were in the Philippines and you had visited Danny.
Danny boy, huh?
Yeah, Danny from Road to the Philippines.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that Danny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dunkin'
now
Donuts,
Danny's in the Philippines with his wife.
Mini.
All right, I heard you guys stopped by and visit with Danny and his wife, and now you're off running around somewhere. Danny said you guys had a good time.
You're
They're,
talking
they're
about Dan and Minnie, right?
no, no,
Oh, different
no, no.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan and Minnie are from Dan and Minnie's retirement adventure. So yeah.
Sorry, now there's two Dans.
Well, Danny is roads to the Philippines.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
This
Dan and Minnie's journey is what it's called. Dan and Minnie's journey. It used to be
yeah.
Dan's Filipino retirement adventure or something like that. And then after he retired, he changed his name.
Gotcha. Fair enough. I mean, my name used to be Retro Scorpion. Then when my channel got deleted, it got changed to Retro Scorpion XL. Now it's the Retroverse XL due to an epiphany I had while sleeping.
Well, like I said, Danny lives in Mindanao, not too far from Davao, and Dan, they live in Bye Leyte, and they go to Cebu once in a while. So there are different islands, and there is similar content in that they both build houses and showed some of the house build, but different content because they're on different islands as well. Places you would go would be different, stuff like that. And
Oh, I'm frozen. Hold on. So I had to fix myself because I was frozen. So
uh,
yeah, my Wi-Fi sucks.
well, it's. Well, now, Jerry, you eat tacos 6 times a week. You're going to have to cut back on that when you go to the Philippines. I actually like burritos better than tacos myself, but that's me.
I don't. I'm with you on that. I don't eat a lot of tacos. I can't really chew taco shells unless they're soft tacos. And I don't consider a soft taco a taco. It's more like a burrito, to be fair.
And Jerry, you're right. That was the name, Dan's Retirement Journey Philippines Bound. Correct, but they changed it since here in the last year, I think. Now it's Dan and Minnie's journey or something, retirement journey, something like that. And,
Yeah, something like that. I can Google that real quick. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
And,
But
and
he
Minnie.
he had his subscribers trying to help him pick out the name, and I think he picked it out, and then he got a contest where whoever could guess the name or got the closest to the name that he was changing it to won a
It's
prize.
Dan. You're right. It's Dan and Minnie's journey.
Yeah.
It's not retirement journey. It's journey. Just
yeah. And before, like I said before, it was Dan's Retirement Journey Philippines Bound. Minnie wasn't mentioned, and now it's got them both, and it's just Journey because he's already retired. He doesn't need the retirement anymore.
Oh, that's what you meant.
And he's no longer Philippines bound because they're in the Philippines. They're already there. So, the name was now become redundant because it's already done. He's already retired.
Redundant.
He was already retired, and they were already in the Philippines when they changed the name.
Yeah.
And
so, Mr. Lazy Larry, I got something big planned tomorrow.
what's that?
Well, I've been thinking. Well, I want to do a Retroing kickoff stream. I don't think I'll be doing it early, so I think you might be able to join if you see me live. I don't know. Oh, wait, you're working tomorrow. Never mind.
Yeah. I'll be working tomorrow, so.
What? How long are you working for?
8 hours.
Oh, you poor guy.
I work 40 hours a week.
I don't mean to be like Jeff Dumb's puppets, but sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a security guard.
Damn. Well, with those muscle and arms, I get it.
No. I better to use your head than anything else.
I know.
But no,
Uh,
I work at Amazon as a security guard.
all Amazon.
Yeah, but I don't work for I am
Yeah,
not an
I
Amazon
understand.
employee. I just that's where I work.
I understand. I got the concept there. Lazy Larry.
But yeah, but I mean, some places have their own security guards.
I know. I
But
figured.
Amazon is like most, and they contract it out.
Yeah, of course.
So
Now, what I was gonna get at earlier was not only do I want to do a big retroing kickoff stream, but I also want to let you guys know I'm also gonna be. Some of you are not interested in this, but I'm going to be replaying another certain retro game that I played earlier in the year to showcase it, and it's a game by Scholastic Book Company. It is called I Spy Spooky Mansion for the PC. It's a 2005 game, and I really cannot wait till tomorrow to play it. I have committed myself to not playing it tonight, given the fact that it's not October yet. So,
let me. I want to address Jerry here in a minute. Now,
okay.
Jerry, Dan does it in the morning in the Philippines, which makes it early afternoon here in the States. He does it usually about, well, now he's doing it around 8:30 in the morning, which in the East Coast makes it 8:30, which would make it 7:30 Central, and I mean in the afternoon here. So you could always do something like that if you don't want to do it in the middle of, because if you do it at noon, that makes it midnight in the East Coast. Now on the West Coast, it'd be 9 o'clock at night, so you can still get some of those people. But if hey Ed, how you doing, man?
Oh, Mac Daddy.
Yeah, Mac Daddy's here.
Oh,
But
cool. Ladies, I like tacos. That's funny. Hey, Mac Daddy and Lazy Larry, here's a reference for you. Got milk?
yeah,
'Cause I ain't got none. I just drink the rest of it. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing I Spy Spooky Mansion. It's a game I actually owned as a kid.
now Jerry, I don't know. I don't think New York's going to change their times. At least that's the way they were talking. I'll find out here. I hope we don't change it. I hate the time change. They were talking about not changing last year, but they decided they had to. So I'm hoping they don't do it this year.
Oh boy,
That will keep us 12 hours different. Well,
read
yeah.
After he said hi, Larry. Read Mac Daddy's other message. It's a reply to why I said got milk.
Yeah.
They need to make that into a poster, Mac Daddy. They need to make that into a poster now since weed's legal.
Well, it depends on where you're at. It's not legal in every state.
I know, but
It is here in New York.
it's kind of legal here in New Hampshire. It's decriminalized. You have to have a weed card here. You can't smoke it or use it recreationally. So
You can't hear. You can't hear.
I know. I have a friend on YouTube from New York. His name is Dale Doe. That's his real name.
Yeah.
It's DALE and DOE, like Jane Doe. So
Yeah.
and he actually he comes on my live and he's cool. So
And Tim, I'm with you. I'll guarantee you I will not miss the time change if they do away with it. Indiana used to be one of the couple states. There used to be Arizona and Indiana. I can't think of any others that didn't change their clocks.
oh yeah.
And then Indiana decided to change their clocks after I moved out here, so I didn't have to go through that bull. But we were already changing them out here.
I don't even know if daylight savings time already happened here in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention as most times, so
That's all right.
not legal in Pennsylvania. You a $300 doctor's note.
Yeah. So in other words, it's got to be for medicinal purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That means it's decriminalized. It's only if you have a weed card and doctors know it. So
Yeah. But no, here it's legal for recreational use. Uh, they're getting ready to open up stores where you can go into stores and buy it.
and that's ironic because isn't Pennsylvania where the hippies were and they didn't back in the day they used to smoke that stuff all the time in Pennsylvania where the hippies were.
Well, they used to smoke it all over the place.
Yeah, but I heard that from somebody that Pennsylvania was where the hippies mainly came from or even hang out. So
Yeah. Hello, Minnie. How you doing? That's
Minnie,
Amita. Amita. It's a different Minnie. It's not
thank you
Dan.
for saving my butt. Thank you. Hi, Minnie.
It's a different Minnie.
God, I'm horrible.
I know. I mean, if you don't read the,
What is Dan's Minnie's um heading?
for just she doesn't come on her own. She'll be with Dan, and I'm not seeing her come up by herself. You have a
Okay,
Minnie Amito,
is a
and
different
then
one.
there's a
Right?
Minnie Snow, and there's a I'm trying to remember Dan's. It's a Hispanic name.
Gotcha.
Dan's last name is Hispanic. I want to say it starts with an F. Jerry probably knows it. I've heard Dan say it, Fernandez or something like that.
According to Mac, where he is, they grow the best weed because of their soil, so they say.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Herrera. Dan Herrera.
Herrera.
All right.
What's Herrera?
Well, that's it. That's Dan and Minnie's last name.
Oh, okay, Herrera.
Herrera. The other name is got to be. There's a lady that comes on with a name similar to that. That he says he's related to people with that last name. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So. Like I said,
I hear you, but I'm with you here. For you, lazy, I'll give you your 16th like, your sweet 16th like.
we appreciate that. And
I remember my sweet 16. That year was good. My sweet 16, I believe, is the year I was in a band.
I do not like to remember my 16th birthday at all.
Sorry.
I had an uncle that was paralyzed from his chest down on my 16th birthday.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, and that was not a good birthday.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'm
sorry. No, we're talking how many years ago? Come on, I'm 70 now, so.
I know, but it still could be like traumatizing in a way.
Well, it didn't traumatize me as much as what traumatized him. It's like after that, I never mentioned my birthday to my uncle because of the trauma it would bring back to him. So him not getting me a birthday card or anything like that, I understood it. It's a day he wanted to forget.
Oh no, that's not why I didn't felt sorry for you. I felt sorry for you having to go through the experience of your uncle being paralyzed on that day. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, like I said, yeah, it bummed me out, but I mean, it didn't traumatize me in that I hated my birthday after that. It bummed me out for a while. I'll give you that. That's a Matchbox for Toyota 4Runner there, Edward. Edward's always trying to give away a 4Runner.
Crap, Matchbox. There's a word.
Yeah.
We didn't have Matchboxes growing up. We had Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels, Matchboxes.
We were heck. We couldn't even afford Hot Wheels. We had to buy something cheaper than Hot Wheels and cheaper than Matchboxes. We're talking Dollar Tree stuff.
Yeah.
That's how poor we were. in the back of the day. That and thrift goods that we were lucky if they had the Hot Wheels in the boxes.
Ed says Hot Wheels were owned by Matchbox.
Matchbox Cars were a toy you can take to school with you, but they only allowed 2 of the size of a Matchbox, so they made a mini car, and all the little kids want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. There were Hot Wheels I wanted. The Matchbox that I wanted,
Well,
but I couldn't get. That's okay. I'm not too bummed. I'm older.
I
Larry
was
said.
I was older. Yeah, I understand that one, Ed. That was me. He was so poor he couldn't pay attention.
Ah, cripes. That is some rich puns right there.
Yeah, Jerry, I took Spanish back in ninth grade. I took a
Funny,
year of Spanish,
I
and
think
I couldn't roll my R's. I could not roll my R's.
I think I took Spanish in about, I'm trying to think what grade I took Spanish, and it was like 3rd or 4th grade we got to take Spanish.
Well, I took it. I can't remember, 3rd or 4th grade. I took one semester of it. They taught it on TV.
Oh,
All right, and
what,
the
Dora
other,
the Explorer?
I moved to this one school halfway through 3rd grade, and moved away from this school halfway through 4th grade. So either 3rd or 4th grade, I took Spanish, and the other year I took French. So I had a half a year of French, half a year of Spanish.
Gotcha.
And so I went to 9th grade. We
Sorry.
which is high school. Foreign languages was one of the courses. If you wanted to be college prep, you had to take a foreign language for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I took Spanish. Did not like it. I passed it. I just not something I enjoyed. So I didn't take anything else. That was the only thing I took was that 1 year. So I never got the college prep diploma. I got a general education diploma, high school diploma.
Yeah.
But all my other classes were college prep. The math classes, everything else was college prep.
Mm-hmm.
I just never took a second year of Spanish. If I took a second year of Spanish, I might have been able to get away with it taking a year of French. So that would have been 2 years. I don't know, but I didn't try it.
Gotcha. Hey, I did myself a favor when my brother dared to give me some money through Cash App. Bought myself a Happy Meal.
There you go.
Because, you know what? The Happy Meal was Pokemon and Pokemon cards. And I fear that's retro enough because Pokemon was 2000s, 90s. So I bought the Happy Meal through DoorDash, and the woman who delivered was super sweet. God bless her. And the poor woman was like, "Oh, yeah, there's a can dented. If you want me to return it, I can." I says, "No, don't worry about it. It's just a dented can. I don't know why you're worried."
Yeah, and a couple of things. Ed says his teachers used to tell him he was sharp as a bowling ball,
Mm-hmm.
and I agree, Jerry. If I'd have lived down there, I probably would have stuck with the Spanish because, like you said, it's very useful. And they tried to teach the school I was at. They taught the Mexican style Spanish.
Coffee.
All right, so that's what they were teaching us because they figured we'd get more use out of that than the Spanish for Spain. So they
Right.
went with the Spanish, the Mexican dialect of Spanish. And
Yeah.
but like I said, one year of it was enough for me because, like I said, outside of the class, I never used it.
It's funny.
I didn't have anybody to practice it with.
It's funny you say Spain
Yeah,
because I have a YouTube friend who lives in Spain but is from the UK. It's a guy called the Cosmos Lounge, and he does like retro games like me, but like later retro games per se.
yeah.
And he's really cool. Man, everything you name about these places, I somewhat have some friends in those areas. I don't even know how I got all of these friends in these areas because I just did YouTube and then boop, 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 boop.
Well, that's how you look. Jerry is I'm going to call a YouTube friend. He's in Texas.
Of
Mike's a
course.
YouTube friend. He's in Canada.
Wait, did you say Texas?
Ed Denoy is a YouTube friend. He's in Las Vegas. I got another YouTube friend that comes on, Dodger Blue. He's in California.
What?
Yeah,
See?
yeah,
Texas.
Texas.
And my
And
brother Mikey's in California. Mikey, I didn't even know existed.
No, Mike's in Canada.
Uh,
If you're talking about Mike married to a beautiful woman, and he's in Canada.
no, I'm talking about my brother Mikey,
Oh,
my
okay.
dad's other son.
Okay.
I had no idea it existed till a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But like I said, then there's Bobby and Jai. They lived in California. Now they're in Thailand, which is where she's from originally.
Oh, Thailand.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the last I heard, they're back in the States taking care of some business and going back to Thailand. That's where they retired to.
Cool. Taking care of business.
Dan and Minnie, they lived in California. Now they're in the Philippines.
Oh, California.
Tim
A lot of
did-
people from California.
Yeah, Tim Desiak is he's in the Philippines. I'm not sure exactly where he's from.
Gotcha.
You already know Ed's from Pennsylvania,
Well, yeah, he's got like that hippie vibe, which is cool.
but you got, like I said, we got people that I'm acquainted with that are in New Zealand, Australia, the Philippines. A lot of the most people I know are in the United States. Then it's the Philippines. Then it's Canada.
Hi, Ben Barry. How you doing, bud?
Hello, Ben. And now Ben, I think, is in New Zealand. I could be wrong.
Nice to meet you, Ben. I'm Retro. I'm from New Hampshire. So, New Hampshire, USA. So, I go to Rent-A-Friend for $7.95, and I can take the home. Okay. I don't know what Rent-A-Friend is.
And he just busted balls here.
Wait, what is yours saying? Time to
Jerry says time to eat some potatoes and bean tacos.
Potato.
Hold on, and great. Salami. Hey Eileen, how you doing?
Hello, Eileen.
So,
God, you know when he says potato and bean tacos, that reminds me of the empanadas we used to eat in microwave. Love empanadas.
I had a cheesesteak sub.
Mm.
I won't call it a Philly cheesesteak because it wasn't. It didn't have it near as much stuff and not near as good as a Philly cheesesteak, but it was still good.
Yeah.
That's what I had for supper tonight. I
Tonight?
had pizza for lunch because I had pizza for supper last night and I ate the leftovers for lunch today.
This is my supper because
Vienna sausages, I used to eat those, but I really don't care for them. But
I didn't really care for them at first, but kind of got used to the taste of them. So.
We used to keep those in the room when I was in the Navy, in our barracks room.
Yeah.
And because that way, if something happened and you were out running around, didn't make it back in time to eat on base, or you had something to eat. We also kept Spam and stuff like
Of
that.
course.
Something that you didn't have to cook.
Yeah, hold on.
Something.
I had Spam this
Well,
week.
I got Spam in my cabinet right now.
Oh, good. How do you prepare your Spam at home?
I usually cut it up into small chunks and I'll fry it, and then I'll fry some eggs or some rice or something else with it.
Nice.
I-
Do you put cheese, like shredded cheese, in there on the eggs, or
No.
are you lactose?
No, I just don't use cheese on that stuff.
Okay.
What I'll do a lot of times if I go out to eat, there's a Chinese restaurant not too far from here that I'll order stuff and go pick it up. I'll usually order some extra fried rice or something,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll cut up the Spam and take the fried rice and then along with some other mixed vegetables or something.
Yeah.
And out of a quart of rice, I can get 2 meals or more out of
Nice.
that, along with the other stuff. Because you add the
Yeah.
other stuff to it, it really fluffs it out, and you're not eating quite as much rice, which is better for me.
Funny you say rice. My
Yeah,
grandma actually gave me a can of chicken and rice soup.
yeah,
And I'll tell you what, my friend. One night I woke up, I was having severe hunger pains,
yeah.
and I just woke up like a light bulb turning on. And I was shaking, I was trembling, my legs were trembling. I started thinking, what is going on? So then I feel my stomach grumbling. I'm like, what is going on? So I start grabbing anything in sight that's food and start eating it. Specifically canned food and whatever sandwich I had in the fridge.
I gotta address Tim here. Tim says he doesn't know what he's having for lunch. His girlfriend hadn't told him. Now, Tim, I'm going to tell you the truth. If I have to wait for my girlfriend to tell me, I'm starving to death because I don't have a girlfriend. I've got to figure out what I'm going to cook.
I don't have a girlfriend here. I'm single.
Yeah.
Had a girlfriend, 10 years older than me, and we broke up mutually. So,
Well, I've dated a girl 11 years older, and I
gotcha.
dated a girl 10 and a half years younger.
Huh.
That's
Interesting.
so I've got a little, almost the same age difference both ways. I've gone older by 11 years and younger by almost 11 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lazy lad, I do have to get going because tonight's Saturday, and I have one more night.
Well, that's all right. Like I said,
Work.
this is going to be a short one.
Yeah,
I
I
know
figured.
LV is going to be having a live stream in about a half hour or so,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if this was going to be put up because they were saying I was out of space. I don't know what they mean. Uh,
Cool. I'll catch you later, my dude, because I still have to get some work done before going to bed. Because I was thinking not work too late tonight, because tomorrow is the first day of retro, and I want to be up in time. So,
yeah, but nothing wrong with that.
all right. I'll see you
You
later, bro. Okay.
all right? Take care, man.
Much love.
Yeah,
See you later. But oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yep.
yeah. Love, love.
Peace out, brother.
All right, man. Take care. All right. Anybody else want to come up? So if anybody else wants to come up, come on up. We'll talk some more. Like I said, I don't want to go too long today. I do know, like I said, if Elvie's still in here, I hope she will drop her link here pretty soon. For you that don't know where it's at, I don't know how to drop other people's links. I'm sorry, I'm not that proficient at this. For those of you that haven't done it, if you would, please give me thumbs up, and we'll see how we're going. And we're hoping that we can keep going for a little while. Like I said, I can go beyond 8:30 if people come up and talk. I just don't want to make sure. I want to make sure everybody knows that LV's having hers. They're celebrating Bruce Davis's. I think it's his birthday. I believe that's what it's about. And oh, Ben, Philly cheesesteaks. You cut up the steaks real small, and they will cook the cheese and uh, different types of peppers, like green peppers, red peppers, onions, all this stuff, and it's fried all up together, and it's thinly sliced beef or thinly sliced steaks, and it's actually they're very good. Like I said, I had something similar. I wouldn't call it a Philly cheesesteak because there was no onions, no peppers with it. Now I had that stuff at home. I could have cooked all that up and added it to it, I guess, and made it closer to a Philly cheesesteak. But I did. I bought it at the Market Bistro. I've showed you guys that Market Bistro. They had it there already made up, and I had to go there to get a couple things. So I went there, got that, and I had that for supper tonight. Not too long before the live stream started. But So it's just something we did, and it's something we're going to do. But I'm like I said, I'm sorry I didn't get this posted. That I was going to do this sooner, but it's all right. We're just taking care and trying to enjoy ourselves. I'm glad y'all came, and it looks like I'm going to be the only one talking, so we're going to go ahead and end this one. I want to remind all of you that can please join LV. I think she starts at 8:30. If I remember right. It may have been at 8 o'clock, but I was thinking 8:30. And they're going to be playing games. This is in honor of, like I said, Bruce Davis. He's the one sponsoring it. I don't know exactly what uh, games they're playing. I know the games that she played on my channel are probably going to be very similar to that. And it was a lot of fun. And I want to appreciate all of you that came for that. And I already told LV that if I ever hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll do it again. And so I'm not there. I'm not even to 700, so I got a ways to go. But I told her if we hit 1,000, I'll do it again. And I've tried to help. Oh, we got somebody coming up. Let's see what's going on. Mac Daddy coming. Hey, Mac Daddy, how you doing, boss?
Hey Larry, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Was thinking about stepping down.
Oh, you can if you want. I just,
That's all right. You got something
I
you want
didn't.
to talk about?
Nah, I just didn't want to walk all over retro, and I gave him some space to chit chat with the public. Trying to
Yeah,
be polite.
well, that's fine. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
But like I
uh,
said, I think as the stream was stated, just a short live stream. That's all this was going to be, a short one.
I'm in a lot of pain tonight, so I could go
Oh,
for that.
all right. I'm sorry to hear you're in pain. Hopefully, you get feeling better.
My lymphedema is really working against me this week. My feet swelled up, my legs swelled up,
Uh,
and I know what it is, but I have a hard time controlling it.
yeah,
My
uh,
roommate's too lazy to cook dinner, and she likes to
uh,
just throw pizza at me all the time. And I like pizza, but with this
uh,
lymphedema, the high salt I can't take.
yeah. Now, Tim wants to know how your legs are doing, back, Daddy.
This week they're not doing so good. I lost the ability to walk altogether.
Uh,
I did file for um,
disability.
disability in Pennsylvania, and I also filed with Social Security. Here in Pennsylvania, they granted it immediately, so I get $239 cash a month.
And then you'll get more than that as long as the federal gives it to you.
Federal gives it to me with the 239. I'll get about 1,100 a month,
Yeah, that's what I
which is
said.
which is
Uh,
plenty to pay all my bills.
yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
never. Go ahead.
if it wasn't for the bills I created for myself, my Social Security is enough for me to live on. Now,
Yeah,
but like I said, my rent is higher because, like you said, you own your place. You own your place. Uh,
yeah. My rent's 405 a month now,
yeah,
which
mine's
is
higher.
it's incredibly cheap.
Yeah,
But
mine's
then I got to
higher.
pay all my bills, and I got to pay annual property tax of 500.
Yeah. Now is that a month to 500?
No, that's annual.
Well, that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad. But like I said, my rent's over 600 a month, and you got your utilities, and then you got your groceries, and then you got your gas, and
All
uh,
wrapped up, I'm 1,200 a month.
yeah, I couldn't do it on 1,200 a month. Uh, I could, but I get more than 1,200 a month. Okay,
Sure.
but and if I stayed here in the states when I retire, I would have to apply for state aid. Once I quit working, I probably would qualify for that. Now, it wouldn't be a lot, but it'd probably cover my grocery bill, which helps out a lot.
Well, you
But
would get Social Security on your military pension, wouldn't you?
I don't get military pension. I'm not military retired.
Oh,
I do get VA benefits for going if I go to the VA, but I'm
right.
not. I don't get money from it. I just get the medical. Uh, so Like I
Yeah.
said, now I could go to the Philippines and live on my Social Security. I could go to Thailand and live on my Social Security. I could probably go to South America. There's a couple countries in South America I could go to and live on my Social Security. Uh, I could go back in Indiana and live a lot better on my Social Security than I can here in New York.
Well, that's why I came back to Pennsylvania. I left Delaware, which is the tax-free state, tax-free MA. I came
Yeah,
back to Pennsylvania because it's cheaper.
yeah,
And I left the Philly region because the Philly region's way too expensive. I get out the I-95 corridor for climate change
yeah.
and
Hello,
weather, and I
Irene.
came out
Welcome.
here.
Well, like I said, my plan A when I retire is to move to the Philippines. That's plan A, Cebu. Uh, plan B is to check around different places in the Philippines. Because let's say I get to Cebu and decide I don't like it. You don't want to live somewhere you don't like. And you're not going to know if you like it or not until you're there for a few months, unless something happens that just says, I can't take it here. You know, but the good chance is that when you get there, you're going to, you have that honeymoon period,
Well,
everything's so much nicer.
Dan has a place in Bye Bye City, but he always wants to hang out in Cebu. So
Yeah. They go back and forth. And, but yeah, like I said, Cebu would be my first choice. And then it would be check out a few other different places like Dumaguete, Davao, Iloilo, maybe up around where Steve is from the Filipino
well,
Expat Channel.
the girl I chat with all the time lives in Onda on Bohol Island. She's all the way up to one end, and it's all dive resort area. It's supposed to be beautiful diving up there.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's very inexpensive to stay.
yeah. Well, see, with me, those areas would probably be more off limits to me because I want good, affordable health care. And so the more remote the area is, the less chance you're going to have the health care I want. Now, all the places I mentioned, they have decent health care. Now, where Steve's at, I don't know how good it is there, but you're close to Manila.
Yeah, well, they tend to go back to Cebu for healthcare. So
Yeah, well, yeah. But Dumaguete has decent health care. They got that college here that's got the hospital, teaching hospital. So it may not be quite as good as Cebu, but it'd be better than a lot of other areas. Davao, you go to Davao, which is on Mindanao, they're the only place that has a 911 system. All right, in the Philippines, they got 911, so that's a plus. Iloilo is pretty good size, and they got a couple good, decent hospitals. So, like I said, with me, I want a decent sized city or town, large town, small city, and I want decent health care. Those are two of the things. Those are two of the things I really want. And then it's like, I don't know how Bohol would hold up for me.
Bohol has decent healthcare, but if you want anything, if you need anything real, you got to jump on the ocean jet and zip over to Cebu. But they have a lot of power outages and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I would just, if I have to run to Cebu, I just as soon stay in Cebu if I can do it.
Well, it's a little different world too. It's a little more urban, and Bohol's definitely much more rural.
Yeah, and I'm not for rural. I'm sorry, I'm not a country boy. I like to see. I like being able to walk to a mall. I actually like walking to places. So that's the one thing about where Dan's at in the Cebu. He's close enough he can walk almost anywhere he wants to go, and I like that. So that. Now, I'm not against getting a bike if I have to, but I wouldn't get one in Cebu. I would find a place where I could live and that I could walk, and if I have to, take the beat bus or jeepney. But that would be very seldom. So you don't need a bike if you're not going to do it that often. I was watching somebody, I can't remember who it was, and it was at Mike's and Janet's channel where Mike was interviewing a guy that had been in Cebu for about a month or so, almost 2 months, and he'd been in Thailand before that. He's talking about going back to Thailand, but he's got a place. I guess the way he was talking, he lives in IT Park, and his rent's only $380 a month.
That's pretty good.
That's probably. He said it's kind of small, but it's been in a house small. I can handle that. I would rather find something cheaper if I could. So that wouldn't be an IT Park. But IT Park, if you can get in there for about that price, it might be worth doing it.
In the whole island, you can stay in a resort for $385 a month.
Yeah, but like I said, though, that's not what I want.
Right.
And remember, IT Park has some of the best internet connection in the Philippines because that's where all their
that's where
the call centers are at. Yeah, they got really great internet. So,
Bohol has some of the worst internet connection.
Yeah. And so
you got to have the dish and the beam.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's just something that that I look at. And like I said, the internet is important, but it's not as important to me as the healthcare. Like I said, my mom's still alive. We all know I'm not going anywhere until after she passes. And then I'm looking at about 2 to 3 years. Because I got to get my bills paid off, and I want to save up enough money that when I move over there, I have the emergency money to come back if I have to, or to go somewhere else.
I got to do something to get this lymphedema under control, so I can build my leg muscles back up.
Yeah.
I bought an electric wheelchair this week. It's so bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you got to get around somehow.
Well, I have an organization here in Pennsylvania called Health Ride. If you need to go to the doctors, they pick you up. It's sponsored by the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah.
And so I intend to use that. But just walking from my house and like climbing into one of these mini buses or vans or whatever they're transporting you is a bit much. And with me going to be needing physical therapy for a couple months, I said, you know what? I started looking online. I bought a little electric wheelchair, like brand new, in my size, for less than $400.
That's good. That's a good price.
It's an $8,000 wheelchair. So I'm going to use it for a couple months and resell it and pass it on to somebody else at a good deal. I bought a meat slicer 2 weeks ago to make Philly cheesesteaks with.
Yeah.
Because I'm not supposed to eat any processed meat. No ham, no turkey, no luncheon meat, stuff like that. So I was telling them. What?
Well, when you mean deli ham when you say ham, right?
I mean ham in general.
Well, because ham's not processed.
Sure it is.
That's
How do you think? Well, that's fresh ham. I'm talking lunch meat ham.
That's what I'm talking about deli ham. That's the process. I mean, I understand that. Oh.
Well, they dip it in nitrates. That's why ham's pink like that. Other than that, it would be tan like roast pork.
Yeah.
I can eat roast pork, but I can't. They don't want me eating processed meats because of all the salt.
Yeah.
I got to be on a low salt diet. It affects my lymph nodes and causes me to retain water. And that's why I can't eat all the pizza, because I can't have all the cheese, because cheese is naturally high in salt.
Yeah.
I should bake my own bread. Commercial bread has tons of salt in it. And I'm just, they want me to have less salt and less preservatives. Green leafy vegetables. Eat more salads. So I've been changing my diet around. And that's even a struggle when you first start doing it. Then it gets easier. Instead of bread for breakfast, I now have corn flakes and a couple bananas. But I don't drink milk because I'm lactose intolerant. So I eat just the corn flakes and bananas dry.
Yeah. Now, Ben Berry says ham of the bone is injected with lots of things, making it processed, but still better than sliced ham.
Well, ham on the bone or off the bone, they put too many nitrates in it. Yeah. I can't have anything that's lunch meat style, When they start putting all that salt and sugar and jello to it, and it's just, the more they process meat for you, the worse it is for your body. But like I bought a piece of ribeye beef the other day, and I'm going to put it on my slicer. And I roasted this one to make roast beef sandwiches. The next one I'm going to cut Philly cheesesteaks and have some
Well,
real Philly cheesesteaks.
like I said, a real Philly cheesesteak is much better. Like I said, they have a cheesesteak or whatever you want to call it that I can get at Market Bistro. And it's decent, but like I said, it's not. They don't claim to be Philly cheesesteak because they're not. They're not as good.
Well, a
But it
Philadelphia
is.
cheesesteak, the original one, is sliced ribeye beef. It's about 13 to 14 slices of ribeye with the cheese they melt ahead of time and dip a spatula in, and they put it on the roll. Most places in Philly use knuckles, they call them peeled knuckles, and slice them for cheesesteaks. And that's a steak like that they chop up on the grill. They make it all the pizza places, which are
Uh,
often better than the originals, I must say, Pat's and Geno's. And being from Philly, I've eaten like cheesesteaks my whole life. I know the difference. And the big sandwich these days in Philly that rivals right next to the cheesesteak is the roast pork sandwich with extra sharp provolone and broccoli rabe on it or spinach. That's, with the pork au jus and a little bit of white wine. It's really good. They're selling the hell out of them. And another thing big in Philly these days is, I don't know whether you guys have heard of them, crab fries. They take
not
French
yet.
fries and put Old Bay seasoning on them, crab spice, which is very good. And then they dip them in a Monterey Jack cheese sauce, the white Mexican style burrito sauce. It's cheese sauce for burritos, and they dip them in that, and it's really popular. They're you can't call them crab fries on your menu. It's so popular, they trademarked the name.
Yeah. Well, that's like the garbage plate. I don't know if you've ever heard of the garbage plate. It's Rochester, and what they do, they you can get a couple hots, which is hot dogs, or you can get a couple cheeseburgers or something like that, and they'll have like home fries and beans and it's all mixed together. Like you throw it in the garbage, but it's all mixed together. And they got a hot sauce, a meat hot sauce they put on there, and so that was I'm trying to remember the place that came up with it. Yeah, but they French they trademarked the name garbage plate. So a lot of places they've changed the name a little bit, but it's pretty much the same thing. Like where I worked at Delphi, they called it the Delphi dumpster, and then another place called it trash plate or something like that. And but yeah, you can find that all around Rochester. But that was pretty much in Rochester. And also in Rochester, one of the few places you can get what they call white hots. You know what a red hot is? Well, white hot is the same thing except for it's white. There is no
Yeah,
coloring added to it.
it's a veal bratwurst.
Yeah,
That's what it used to be.
yeah. But like I said, no, they don't add any coloring to it or anything. It's just strictly white. It's strictly pork. And the only place I know you can get that is in Rochester.
They have them in Philly.
Do they
They're
not?
white.
That's original. That's original
They're
Rochester
white.
dish.
They're white brats in Philly by Dietz and Watson. Dietz and Watson has one of the best hot dogs. I don't know whether you can get that in New York. Dietz and Watson hot dog is legendary in Philly. It's the best hot dog.
Hey, Bobby and Tim. Yeah, I really do love beef on wick. Now, horseradish is fine, but it doesn't have to have horseradish either. But beef on wick, oh, in case you don't know what a beef on wick is, people, it's beef on the wick is a type of bun, and then the horseradish is a type of seasoning. And a lot of the fairs here in New York will have beef on wick, uh, Italian sausages, and stuff like that you can buy. And so, how you doing, Bobby? You still in California? You still back here in the States, or you back over in Thailand now? Time to get going, as Bobby and Jai. Uh, Last time I heard, they were still there in the States.
This health thing
Uh,
is really messing me up.
Bobby, I never used a latrine in my life. I'm a former sailor. We used heads. We didn't use latrines. We used heads. And you're still in Cali, huh? Getting ready to go to Wyoming. All right.
Did you
Oh, Tim,
see
you're
that?
right. I love a good grilled uh, or barbecued Italian sausage with peppers and onions. Oh man, they are so good. But like Mac Daddy, he couldn't have it because it is a processed type meat.
Well,
Or is that
that's
a
a
little
little
different?
weirder there too. Because if I make my own Italian sausage, I don't have to put all the salt in it. It's
Okay, well
never as good.
that'd be the thing to make. I like the hot Italian sausage.
That's a little bit more. I don't know. I can make that too, though. Well, pepperoni's only smoked hot Italian sausage,
Yeah.
smoked and dried. I miss all that from Philly because I used to shop on 9th Street where Rocky ran through.
Bobby, from what I was hearing, they came up. The House passed a bill that will let the government stay open another 45 days. I don't know if the Senate did.
They got till midnight.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard about the Senate yet, but I know the House passed one. Will keep the government going for another 45 days while they try to work things out. It was bipartisan, although more the megas, the idiots on the right, voted against it, and I guess there was one or two Democrats that voted against it as well. But it was mostly a bipartisan because they had to pass it by 2/3, and neither
Well,
party had enough to pass it on their own.
well,
And
Trump's probably going to.
I think the Republicans are the largest, but I could be wrong in the House. But they got to pass. More Democrats voted for it percentage wise than Republicans, but they got it passed with more than 2/3 of vote in the House. So that was good to see.
The megas are going to have a problem. Trump's probably going to go to jail after they get
Well,
done with this Georgia vote thing.
I'm going to tell you the truth. If the mega has trouble, it's not going to be anything to do with Donald. It's going to be doing with how they act. If they want to get stupid, they're going to cost themselves. That's the same thing the Tea Party did. They thought they had more power than they had, and they just got stupid, and people voted them out of office because they were stupid.
I'm just saying that somebody flipped on Trump yesterday that was way high up in Georgia, and they're dragging Trump and his whole crew of lawyers into it for all the false electoral.
Uh,
Um,
I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't want Trump, and I don't want Biden either one. I want somebody different.
well, that's going to be the new Jing because they here's the problem. Since we voted Trump into office, or no, actually, since we voted Biden in, 55 million seniors have passed away, and a lot of other younger people have come to the age of voting, and they're saying it's going to flip where the younger people are going to want somebody younger in office
Yeah.
who's more attuned to younger problems like
Well,
climate change
Biden right now loses
and
to.
college tuition.
He's like 10 percentage points behind Trump, believe it or not. He's also behind a couple other Republicans. And it's like, it's crazy. And
They're too tough on Biden.
Kamala Harris isn't any better, so it's going to have to be somebody different. I myself would prefer Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh, he's a
But
lunatic.
all of them are lunatics.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Oh, please. Kamala and Biden both are lunatics.
I think we could do better than those two.
Oh, I think we can too. But
But the
I don't think Gavin Newsom's going to do you any good. Look at
Biden
California.
economy has been half decent, but it's just the function of our economy. It's not so much what Biden did, although Biden put a lot of infrastructure and stuff in.
He
And
also shut down a lot of stuff he shouldn't have shut down.
like what?
The oil companies. He closed a lot of that down.
The oil companies aren't closed down.
He restricted a lot of their drilling. You better damn well believe he did. Well,
No, he didn't
yes.
restrict their. No, he didn't restrict their drilling, Larry. What he did was he didn't give them all the new land leases. These oil companies have enough leases to drill for the next 20 years. And they're just greedy, wanting to buy more and more and more and more. And Biden said, "You got enough leases right now, folks. Let's calm down."
I
Because
still don't. No,
he's
I
selling off.
disagree.
It's true. He's selling off public land, and they're just sitting on it.
Yeah, Bobby, I understand.
But
Yeah, let's get off the politics. We, well, we both know we're on the opposite side.
oh well,
Uh,
I'm not on the opposite side. I'm just correcting what you're saying is making it accurate. And it's been a problem. It's a problem for both parties.
both parties, their extremes are a problem. Your far left and your far right both are just yeah, they're both problems. But
Well, the
anyway,
Republic.
we're gonna go ahead and shut this down. LV, if you're still out there, drop your link. Bobby, drop your link. Just put in 3Ls. Let's get your link dropped. Anybody else that wants to drop your links, go ahead. 3Ls, and my Nightbot will drop your link. So we'll go a little bit longer so you can do that. It can be small L's or capital L's, doesn't matter. Just type in 3Ls and nothing else, and my Nightbot will drop your link. And
The only thing I was going to say, Larry, is the Republican Party's got to end their internal power struggle.
oh yeah, right now they're and the worst one right now is that guy from Florida. And I'm not talking about the senator. I'm talking about the Mark or
Gates,
huh Gates
Matthew Gates.
Gates. Yeah, he's an
Yeah,
idiot. He is an idiot.
he's a baby raper.
I don't know about that, but he is an idiot. I'm not going to call him names that I don't know about, but he is an idiot. He's one of those far right people that they actually wanted to shut the government down, and that's stupid.
Well, you probably were at work the other day
You're a crazy kid.
when they were having their impeachment hearing. They
Yeah.
can't find a witness for Biden when he was in office. They're all talking about before Biden even entered office. They're like he was a private citizen. And
Biden has been in office for over 50 years.
yeah, but he wasn't the vice president.
It doesn't matter if you're a senator or a congressman. You can't do what he did. It doesn't matter if he's vice president or president.
He wasn't in office at the time, though.
Yes,
Because
he was.
after Obama went out of office, he didn't go back to Delaware and jump back into office. He couldn't do that. He was out of office altogether while Trump was in.
Well, some of that was going on while he was in office as a vice president. Some of those phone calls were why he was vice president,
They
and
all
they
do
did
that.
have witnesses on that as well. But like I said, let's drop that stuff. And because, like I said, we're getting ready to get out of here, and we don't want to go out on that kind of a note. So yeah, crazy. Sorry, man. I'm getting ready to shut her down. It's going to be a short one today. I even said that. I can understand that if you're painting your apartment, yeah, it can be a lot of hard work. And
I love to paint. That used to be one of my favorite ways to make money, painting.
I did it when I was in the service, and I can do it. I just don't care for it. It's not so much the painting; it's the prep and the cleanup afterwards.
But that's what it is. It's all prep. I used to take a whole crew with me, and I would sell the painting job, and I'd work with them guys and get all the painting done. And then as soon as I was done, I'd sell them carpet, then drapes. I had made a lot of money.
Yeah,
Great
well,
way to go.
yeah.
'Cause
But
everywhere I went, the next thing they were buying, oh, I got to find something. You know anybody that does carpet? I got samples in the car. Here you go. My guys can be here in 48 hours.
like I said, I have to agree with Crazy Kid. It's the mess before and after the job itself.
I had that down to a
And,
science.
and,
I used to
and
plastic
Tim,
everything.
I mean, Bobby, you're right. If you can use a paint gun, I hate brushing
Spray and
rollers.
back roll.
Uh,
You spray it on the wall and then you hit it with a roller. It's the
uh,
best way to go.
but
I could paint 4 apartments in a day that way with acrylic.
I've done a lot of painting, more than I care to ever do again.
When you're in the Navy, that's all they did was hand you a paintbrush.
No. I was not a bosun's mate. They did most of the painting, but I did some in the Navy as well.
Oh God, they paint like crazy in the Navy.
Yeah, we painted our own passageways and stuff like that. But I probably done more painting on the outside, helping friends and my mom, than did in the Navy. But yeah, I've helped friends and relatives, and my mother. I painted her garage more than once. Then we sided it.
I used to do so much paint, spackle, and carpet. I was going to become an interior decorator because I used to go out there with the whole paint palette and do the color wheel for them.
Crazy, you're right. If you're not careful, you can with a spray paint you can damage furniture. But what you need is canvas, like you said. Either empty the unit, take everything out of the room,
Yeah, I only
fill
do
the
empty
floor,
units.
or get canvas and cover everything with canvas. When I say
But
canvas, I mean the canvas
with the rubber
tarps.
backing,
Yeah,
they got to have
and
the rubber backing.
but you cover it with that, and that'll keep it from getting on the furniture. But you got to move it away from the walls. You got to move everything into the center, and then just cover everything up real well with, like you said, with the canvas with the rubber backing, so it doesn't soak through. And
Well, I used to plastic the floors, plastic the furniture, cover it in canvas, wrap it all up,
yeah.
and
Like I said,
I could really go
it's
to
the
town.
prep and the cleanup that's the worst part of painting. That really is.
Oh
And Bobby
yeah.
says just move things room to room. Not bad that way. If you got to help moving things, I've done rooms where uh, the only strong back was mine. I
All the
helped a friend
all,
of mine that's a female. She could help me move some things, but I mean, the real heavy things we just had to shove in. You couldn't move it from room to room. Just wasn't no way to do it. But
all the
yeah,
money is the prep.
yeah. Well, like I said, that's all the work too. Yeah, you're right. Shower curtains from the dollar store work just as well. Those shower curtains, that's the plastic. You get those cheap plastic shower curtains.
Oh, I use $100 roll plastic that's the size of a half an acre.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're only going to do your own apartment and you're not doing it for a living,
Oh yeah.
that's what crazy kids do it. See, so you get those cheap shower curtains and cover everything up. But
I like the plastic though. That's the $100 roll stuff. It's 4 feet wide, but it unfolds. It's 20 feet wide, and you just go down the room and brand new
yeah,
pair of scissors, duct tape, scotch tape, and duct duct tape, packing tape, and masking tape.
now Bobby says if you keep the color the same on the ceiling and the walls, it'll speed things up. That it
That
will. That
I
it
was
will.
always I was always putting stain blocking kills up. There's places I got to are 20 years old paint. You got to stain them.
Yeah, but so anyway, all right, guys, we've been going over an hour and a half. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going this long.
I'll talk to you next week, Larry.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be up longer next week. But like I said, I know Elvie's got that one going tonight for Bruce Davis, and I figured it would be a good time to have a short one, let that go, and so we'll try to keep things short. And
There
all
you
right,
go.
people, I want to tell you, remember, be kind to each other, take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy. Plus, as always, try to have fun. Take care, all. Bye. We're
See
going to
you.
end the live stream. All right, bye, everybody.